What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rants Red Talk, where we discuss the topics you send through to me on Twitter. And boy, you know what's mad? In the off season now, yeah, shit just changes so quickly. Like the last time I done a video, there were loads of different news and speculations, and then literally within the space of 24 hours, it's a fucking mad thing again. So let's get to your questions. All right, the first one is from Safe Rahman. Will we get Bruno? Reports of no concrete bid while Spurs are on the case. You see, the mad thing is with the Bruno Fernandes situation, I believe we're going to get him. I believe that Tottenham are trying to speak to Lisbon to force Betis to lower the asking price for Lo Celso. Because Lo Celso has already been replaced. They already brought in, bruv, what's his name? That was meant to go to Liverpool, bruv. I've lost his name now. I've gone completely blank. Fekir. They've already brought in Fekir, so they've already replaced him. They just want more money. They're trying to hustle Tottenham. So Tottenham are saying, yo, we're going to speak to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes was crying at the end of his last game because he knew where he was going already. Even though United haven't met the asking price, I'm sure there's an agreement in place because Tottenham put in a bid of 55 million euros and it was rejected by Sporting. So I believe that Sporting and Manchester United have an agreement on paper for Bruno Fernandes. I do believe that. I believe Bruno will still be coming to Manchester United. I don't believe he's going to Tottenham. I also don't believe that Tottenham really want him. I believe that it is literally Daniel Levy, being Daniel Levy, not wanting to spend a certain amount of money. So he's saying to Betis, well, boy, we got other options. But they don't really, innit? So that's what I think. If you have any other findings, guys, let me know in the comments. All right, Pranav always pops up in here with the good questions, bruv. Pranav 61987. It says, do you think the only reason we have not gone for a right winger this window is because Oli only wants Sancho? I don't believe that. I do think he wants Jadon Sancho. I was having a discussion with one of my Liverpool mates yesterday. Liverpool are very interested in Jadon as well, and I think that Jadon's going to have a choice between us two next season. If we get Champions League football, I believe we get Jadon Sancho. I think we will get Champions League football, providing we do the business we're supposed to do. I think that's a big reason we haven't signed a right winger, but I also believe that when Dybala comes in, Oli will play him from that right-hand side. So, because of that, it's a yes and a no. We haven't signed a specialist right winger because we want Jadon Sancho. I'd pretty much say. I'd say that's why we weren't really interested in Nicolas Pepe. Do you know what I mean? Like the media said that we were interested, but his club said that it was Napoli and Arsenal were the only teams. Even Liverpool inquired about Pepe as well. As soon as they heard the asking price, they said no thanks. So saying when they say a club's interested in a player, that doesn't mean that they want to buy them. That means the club has probably asked how much would it put us back if we were to take man. And I think that's what happened with United and Liverpool. We both asked. Arsenal paid 72 million for Pepe. That's never played Champions League football, never played Europa League football. That's a bump. It is, and it could end up being a flop. As much as I like Nicolas Pepe, yeah, I rate him. I rate him as the potential that he is. He's 24 years old. He's not starting week in, week out for his country, and he's got no European experience. So as much as the raw talent is there, like when you look at those facts, like that's not a 72 million pound player. Like I said, if we were going in for him, 45 million would have been calm. So honestly, with Jadon, I think that he's definitely a big target for Oli. As usual, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. At JJ_19_04. With Dybala, Bruno and Maguire, is it possible for us to compete with Liverpool and City? If we do wrap up all these deals, no, it's still not. I think we're still a little bit off. Like, I don't want to get you guys' hopes up too much. On paper, I'd say that would be as good as Liverpool on paper, but Liverpool have the added, they've had the added bonus of being able to gel, being able to play in a certain system and philosophy over a number of years now under Jurgen Klopp. So that puts us ahead of them ahead of us by default. It's not just man for man. I think Liverpool, the way they play, is larger than the sum of their parts, isn't it? When you look at players like Gini Wijnaldum, very good player, didn't cost them a lot of money, and maybe not rated highly like in the world game, but he's very technically sound, very mobile, and very tactically astute. And the same goes for someone like Fabinho. So because of that, I just think that they're ahead of us. And Man City are in a league of their own, bruv. They've literally got 2 top-class players in every position. So I think we're still a way off City and Liverpool, even with them signings. Liverpool more so just in terms of gelling and experience, City in terms of quality. So I'd say if we got those 3 players, that I said that I'd be happy with finishing 4th. I think that we could finish 3rd with those, because I think we could finish above Tottenham with those players. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Some good questions. At Dav Rose, it says, if the baller comes, do you think Pogba will stay beyond next season? Yes, I do. I genuinely believe that the baller doesn't entertain the Manchester United talk if he knows that Paul Pogba is leaving. Because they're very close friends, very close friends. I believe that Paul Pogba would have spoken to the baller and he would have said to him, yo, I'm dipping, if that was the case. And the baller would have said, yeah, fuck this. But Paul Pogba could look at this as United having ambition and actually keeping on their word and their promise that they gave him when he initially signed, that they were serious and they were going to play a certain brand of football and go for a certain type of player. So PP could see this as, yo, this is the start of a revolution, because he does love the club. Like, do you know what I mean? He said it many times. He goes, Manchester's my home. I done my driving test here. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I spent my formative years here as a teenager. So because of that, he holds the club dearly, but also he has to look out for his career. I genuinely believe that Pogba's probably going to sign a new deal. Don't be surprised in January if he signed the baller and then, man, yeah, if you see Pogba sign a fat deal for 350 bags. Don't be surprised. Don't even be surprised if it happens before that. That still won't take away the speculation that he wants to leave, because whether Pogba signs a new deal or not, that doesn't mean that he's going to stay forever. It doesn't. But it means you'll get more money and get more authority. We'll see. Even if he might even be made vice captain. Who knows? Oli might give the hair the armband and give Pogba the vice captain. So, what I'm saying is, honestly, I think that this Dybala thing, if it goes through, then it's with the assurance of Pogba that he's going to be around. Like, I wouldn't see any reason why he would send his agents and be open to a move to Manchester United if one of his good friends was leaving. So let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Next one. Bro, this is so long I can't even see your app, bro. But it says, are you excited about the last week of the window or nervous? How many signings do you think we would realistically make, if any? If Leicester insist on getting more than 80 mil from Maguire, what do you think United should do, considering we need a centre back desperately? I'm not excited. I'm not nervous. It's fucking annoying, bro. Not even gonna lie. I still think we're gonna make those signings. Don't be surprised if you even make more than that. Like, one thing about Ed Woodward, yeah, is Ed Woodward is a flamboyant son of a bitch, bro. That's what I keep telling people. You see the way Arsenal done the Pepe thing, the 72 million. He won't want to be upstaged, you know. Like, just off that alone tells me a Mazza is coming, because Ed Woodward always likes to be the star of the show. Like, he loves it. He loves to throw the money around, do the marquee thing, splash the cash, show our financial power. He loves it. Whether he's talking about Instagram or whatever, he likes to show people, yo, we're bigger than you. And I believe that he's going to do something ridiculous very soon. That's why I'm quite calm and quite confident. Some players are coming in. Loads of people are like, oh, we're not going to get no one else, just Maguire. No fucking chance. Rest assured, a few men are coming in. Minimum 3 man. Do you know what I mean? Don't be surprised if it's 4 man, because the Longstaff conversation has gone very quiet. But don't be surprised if last minute man tries swoop in for him. Also, there was talk of Mandzukic being part of the deal with Dybala, bruv. And Lukaku and Darmian going the other way, which would mean we're getting 2 players in. Obviously, Mandzukic isn't going to start. He'll just be an impact sub if we need a goal. And I don't rate him. Well, it's not that I don't rate him. I don't like him. I don't like his style of play. But if he's being offered, do you know what I mean? This guy scored over 15 goals a season, I think, for the last fucking 10 years or something. So, as much as I don't like him, like, he's proven, innit? So, it is what it fucking is, to be completely honest. And as far as Harry Maguire goes, I tweeted earlier, Leicester are in a position where they could fuck themselves with Harry, innit? Because we've offered them 80 and I think it was 70 plus 10 million add-ons. Now they're saying that they want 80 plus like 10 million add-ons or something. They want 90 million for Harry Maguire. They're going to end up in a situation where they've got an unhappy player and either nobody's going to want to pay that price and they're going to be stuck with him, or he's going to devalue as the seasons go on, because the more he runs down his contract, the less money they can demand anyway. So the most money they're ever going to get for Harry Maguire is now. So this is why I believe they will sell him. I think they're just playing hardball because they want to send a message out to the public pretty much that we're not a small club and you can't just come and take all of our players. Because obviously they lost Mahrez for 60 M's. They've got Maddison there and other potential people where they could perhaps make money from in the future. So I think they're trying to drive a hard bargain just so people don't think it's a free-for-all at Leicester. So I do think that Harry Maguire will still come. His agent's already been at Carrington. Like, we don't have to worry. That will get over the line. And I don't think we're going to pay 90 fucking million. I just think the man are just playing silly buggers, to be honest. Again, drop down in the comments. Buddy Israel, I am Papi 23. If we actually signed the big three, are we title contenders? I've pretty much covered that. No, we're not. We're not. I still think we're way off Liverpool and Man City. At Cass1411, do we give Sanchez another chance? If we do, would it be best to play more centrally? How would he fit in if we get Bruno and Dybala? It's quite simple. I said it before. We've got Daniel James and Marcus Rashford that can play on the left. Martial and Sanchez that can play up front. Dybala, Greenwood play on the right. Or Dybala and Jesse. But let's just say Greenwood, because Jesse will probably be played in that midfield position for the pressing. So, it's that simple. Bruno could play in the 10. Dybala could play on the left side of that 3. And Sanchez could play down the middle. Martial or Rashford could play on the left. It's not an issue. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's not an issue whatsoever, bro. I think in this fluid system, I think Sanchez would be a 6 centre forward, bro. He'd be a 6 centre forward. Like, I don't want to see him on the left at all because he's just fucking jarring. But I think that he's still got a job to do at the club in that position, man. Like, he's shown enough for his national team to let everyone know he's not done out here, bro. I said that Sanchez was a victim of the style of play under Mourinho and also the positioning. When Arsenal played him up front as the false 9, like lone striker and that, this guy was bagging out goals in the same league. Do you know what I mean? And you could argue he was playing with worse players. Like, so it's not even that, bro. It's the system and the style of play that didn't suit him, and I think that kind of took him down a level. And then also because of the money that he was on and the pressure for him to achieve at the club, I think that he overplayed it and he tried too hard, and that's what it is. I think that he's still got something to offer. Like, I'm not completely writing him off as a footballer. I do think he's past his best, but I still think that he's got more to offer than someone like a Jesse Lingard or something like that. I just believe that we need to play him in a situation where he can thrive. Let me know what you think in the comments about that. I know there's going to be a few different opinions on Alexis. What do you think of reports flip-flopping on the Bruno Fernandes? First, Damasio came out saying the deal with United was agreed. Now Sky are saying Tottenham are negotiating. Find it strange no English outlet or ever reporting anything on Bruno to United. That's at Casual L. Exactly that. He said that Bruno Fernandes was agreed. He did not say that Manchester United had a bid accepted. Deal agreed means that they've probably spoken to the club and they've got something in principle agreed. Remember, Sporting used to be our feeder club. Like, we've had a very good relationship with Sporting Lisbon from the Nani Ronaldo days, blood. Like, back to the Queiroz days. I'd argue even before that. So, because of that, Like, because Manchester United have a deal agreed in principle, that doesn't mean that we've had a bid accepted and money's been put through. So they can't report that. What I would say is a lot of these English outlets are late on everything anyway. The likes of the Di Marzios and all these other men, these men have people there. Like, these Sky Sports men are going on Twitter to get their rumours, bruv. There was rumoured that Man City were in talks with Bruno Fernandes. That was last season. Clearly that wasn't the case. Do you see what I'm saying? They were saying that he was Man City bound, to the point where I was convinced he was going to Man City because it was reported on Sky Sports. So, really and truly, Sky Sports are not as fucking reliable as they used to be. I even tweeted that yesterday, bruv, that they've been shockingly poor in terms of their reporting for a long, long time now. So, really and truly, the likes of Di Marzio and other like tier one journalists have said that Bruno Fernandes to Manchester United is a done deal, or it's extremely close. So I'm going to stick with them and not even worry about what Sky Sports are saying, to be completely honest. Let me know what you think about that in this section, in the comment section. And if you're on Twitter, you already know how mad it's been. At, can't see your at, but it says Mr. Man. Why aren't United going for Zaha now that Arsenal have signed Pepe? Zaha will definitely improve our right wing. To be honest, anyone will improve our right wing. I rate Wilfried Zaha. I do. I rate him massively. But, like, I don't know. I think that ship is sailed, and also Palace want a lot of money. Obviously, they won't want it from us because we've got to sell on. But I just feel like we don't need Wilf. We don't need Wilf. I'd rather wait a year and get Jadon and just switch between playing Mason Greenwood there and someone else, even if we didn't get the baller. So I do rate Wilfried Zaha, but I think we just need to let that one go, guys. I think we really do. Let me know what you think in the comment section there. Thoughts on the Pepe deal for Arsenal? A27TH1. I think I kind of answered that already. I like Nicolas Pepe, bro. I do. I think he's a good player. He's pacey, he's strong, he's inconsistent. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, when you look at Nicolas Pepe, yeah, on YouTube, it looks like you're seeing like a black Iron Robin or something like that. That's what it looks like. But if you watch him for 90 minutes over a game, like, his decision making's not great and quite a few other things. And it's mad because the reason why I didn't really want to answer this question is, like, when I did the Flex and Rant show and I was talking about when we were linked with Pepe, yeah, that was off the back of me only seeing YouTube clips of Pepe and me only seeing highlights, because I don't always watch the French league. In my football group, there's 4 of us, and 2 of them are like French African, innit, and they watch the French league all the time. So my boys kind of said, yo, like, look out for this guy. That's how I got put onto Ndombele. Nicolas Pepe was scoring all the goals and they weren't really convinced by Pepe. But I was like, yo, this guy looks cold. Do you see what I'm saying? So the thing is with YouTube, a lot of the time, if YouTube's all you're seeing, you will only see the good and not the bad, innit? Like, and it's just a thing. Like, I'm sure there's YouTube videos out there of Lukaku that make this guy look fucking outrageous. But I think that Pepe technically is very good. His decision making is very hit and miss. Quite similar to like Rashie in a way. I'm not saying he's not better than Rashford, because he is, but I'm just saying that he's got all the ability there, bruv. Do you know what I mean? But he's 24 years old. His team just qualified for the Champions League and he's chosen to go to a Europa League team. So, like, if he was good as even I thought he was, does he agree to go to a Europa League club? And especially a Europa League club that don't really have that much money to pay him wages. It's not like he's going to United for the commercial side, the wages and all of that. When you go to Arsenal, they ain't even no guarantee they're going to play in Champions League football next season. Like, there's not. They don't have any European history and they haven't won a league title since the Nokia fucking 3310. I tweeted this yesterday. So if you genuinely believe that you're a top player and you're ready for the top now, I don't believe you signed for Arsenal. I don't. It's the same with Aubameyang. Loads of people saying about his stats and his numbers and that, but if Aubameyang was as wavy as man thought he was, he would have been having Real Madrid and Barcelona and these men after them, because these men have all signed strikers. they were never interested in Aubameyang. So it's one of them things where them players are at the level where they're not world class, but they're a good domestic level, innit? I think that's what Nicolas Pepe is. So I think it's a very good deal for Arsenal. I think that they've overpaid for him, but because they're paying for it over 5 years, I don't think they'll feel it. I think that it's great for the fans because it gets the fans' morale up and gets them excited for the season. Continue to buy season tickets and that. And I'm looking forward to seeing Pepe in the Premier League. The same with Moise Kean as well. I'm looking forward to seeing him in the Premier League, bruv. There's a lot of players I am looking forward to seeing play week in, week out, so I can really look at them, because I'm a football fan before I'm a United fan, bruv. I fell in love with football before I fell in love with Manchester United. Do you know what I mean? So because of that, I always like to see good players in the Premier League. And honestly, if we get Harry Maguire, yeah, with Maguire and Wan-Bissaka, I don't give a shit what attacker comes into the Premier League. I think our defence is going to be able to stand up to most of them. All right. Where are we? We're almost done, guys. Some fucking good questions. All right, the next one is one rivalry to bring back in its prime. Arsenal versus United or Liverpool versus United? Ali, 130598. Okay, he's an Arsenal fan. I'm going to say Liverpool. The reason why I'm going to say Liverpool is, yeah, as much as Arsenal and Manchester United are the biggest rivalry in Premier League history, I think that now, the fact that Liverpool are good again, it's mad, because Liverpool were popping in the 80s and the 90s, 2000s, Manchester United, innit? But because of the rivalry, the bitter rivalry from the proximity, the culture, everything like that, Manchester and Liverpool are so close and there's so much rivalry and bitterness, yeah, that I just feel like it's nice to be in a time where they're better than us. It's not nice, but I mean, we're closer to them now than they were to us when I was a kid, if that makes sense. When we were banging out trebles and doing all of that, Liverpool were fucking barely qualifying for anything. Do you know what I mean? And they weren't winning nothing. So, like, as much as United have declined, we still won trophies in the last 5 years. Liverpool weren't winning nothing. So, I feel like if United can elevate back up to where they should be, or even nearer to that, it would be good to see a Manchester United-Liverpool rivalry, like neck and neck. Like I saw a United-Arsenal where we'd win the league one year, they would win the league the other, then we'll do the double. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to have that with Liverpool. I'd love to have that with Liverpool just for the banter. Do you know what I mean? I really would, man. United fans, let me know. Like, what would you rather? Have a neck-and-neck rivalry with Arsenal again, or a neck-and-neck rival with Liverpool where we're going for everything? I think that would be fucking sick. And last one, Tyler Cole. This Tyler_Cole99. This is funny, yeah. He actually DM'd me, yeah, because he saw that there was over 100 comments for Rants Red Talk, which was mad. I said, bro, drop it in the comments anyway. Don't DM man, innit? Like, I don't take DMs, but because I liked his question anyway, man's gonna read it. But in future, if I put out a tweet, sounds like someone's riding a lawnmower out there, bro. I hate when man try to soup up their bikes, fam. Yeah, when I put out a tweet, just reply in the comment section, guys. Can you see the potential in Daniel James to be world class? Don't get all the hype about him from what I've seen. #Rants Red Talk. You see the thing with DJ, yeah? He's fast, he's fit, he presses, and he's direct. And he's got a low center of gravity because he's short. He ain't never going to be world class, bruv. How many world class players have Wales fucking produced in the last 30 years, bruv? Like, come on now, innit? Ryan Giggs, Gareth Bale. Do you see what I'm saying? So, he's probably not going to be world class just from the law of averages. Do you know what I mean? But what he will give you, yeah, is he's going to be a very good squad player. He's going to be a very good option from the bench when teams are tired on the counter-attack, because he's fucking rapid. He can tread water. He can catch pigeons. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's mad. So, no, I don't think he's going to be world-class. As I've said before, his decision-making needs a lot of work. His final ball and his decision-making are poor. But so are Marcus Rashford's. And Marcus is a bit more experienced than him. That's why I'm a lot less lenient with Marcus. However, I think that there's potential in Daniel James, bro. He can be a very good squad player. Because as much as people get onto Jesse Lingard, he's a good squad player. But Jesse don't have the natural ability of a Rashford, and he doesn't have the pace. Do you know what I mean? So I think that Daniel James can offer us more than what Jesse's going to offer us just because he's quick. Literally, he's quick and he's direct. Every time he gets the ball, he wants to take man down the outside and get a cross in or get a shot off, even if they aren't good crosses or shots. Like, just his intent alone means that he's a valuable asset to the squad. And he didn't cost nothing. He's not on big wages, so he's not a hindrance. Do you know what I mean? That's another reason why I get onto the likes of Shaw and that, because these men are on 190 bags, 200 bags. So when you're putting in dog shit performances, bruv, I'm looking at you like you're 200 bags. Daniel James is on like 70 grand, bruv. Like, do you know what I mean? Even if he doesn't improve throughout the rest of his career, we ain't taking an L on him because he was cheap and he's on no money. Do you know what I mean? So when Lukaku in his Timberlands is on 250, that's why we need him out. If Lukaku was a squad player that was on 80 bags and he came through the academy, I'd be a lot more lenient with him and I'll say, you know what, we can keep him as an option. But I don't want him as an option because he's an expensive fucking hindrance. So let me know what you think in the comment section about that, guys. Make sure you smash that fucking like button as well. Big up yourselves for the support. Me and Flex are linking up. So Flex and Rant show's back next week. Everyone was like, yo, where's the Flex and Rant show? We've been in different time zones, guys. It wasn't possible, but we're coming back now. So, like, big up for all the support. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Make sure you add me up on the Instagram and the Twitter at Rants and Bants. Big up for the support on the Twitter as well, bruv. Man smashed the 40k and I think I'm on that 40.4 already. Like, I've gained like 1,000 Twitter followers in less than a week. It's been fucking mad, innit? So the Twitter engagement's high, bruv. You lot know I'm always on there running teams, having banter. So, do you know what I mean? If you got loads of time at work and you just want to catch joke, then make sure you follow me on Twitter, bruv. I'll be cornering these guys, bruv. Regardless, even if United is shit, I'm still not losing that cussing match. So yeah, it's been emotional, guys, and I'll catch you soon.